god! It is currently lunchtime, and yesterday I made the decision to really set myself up this week. So I made 4 jars like this for my lunch, and it's got a whole bunch of things in it. I got the recipe off Instagram, but basically it just has like mayo, sour cream, olive oil, some mince, beans, corn, avo, onion, tomato, lettuce, just in a jar. And then you basically get a big bowl, tip it upside down, and your lunch is just done and ready. So I am so excited to tuck into this. So this is the first time I'm tipping it into my bowl. The only thing, the mayo, paprika and sour cream, half of it stayed in the jar. So I'm just going to top it off with that. But what a gorgeous, nutritious looking lunch. I am home now from my walk with a friend, non-negotiable. I am now about to go do my grocery shop, but before I even do anything, before I pack the bags, leave the house, I need to plan. Because if I just go into the shops and I just pick whatever, I'm not gonna do well. Like, I'm gonna buy things that I don't need, things are gonna expire. So if I plan, then it will be perfect. So I try and go local first. So around here we have some farm stands that sell things like tomatoes, cucumbers, just local produce. So I go to them first. Firstly, because they're cheaper than Aldi. And secondly, they just taste so much better. So that's what I do first. And then I go to Aldi. And then if there's anything that I'm missing, I head to Coles. And I'll have my groceries Notion template linked down below. It's basically like a full life planner, but it comes with the perfect groceries section that I've just been using for the longest time. And it just works really well for me. Basically, there's an item section. So this is it. This is my item section. You basically just input every single thing that's in your cupboard, your fridge, your whatever. And then for every grocery shop, you basically go through and tick what you need. So like you're up at the fridge, you're looking, oh, I'm out of cheese, you tick cheese. And then you go to the shopping list section and everything that you've ticked will be in the shopping list, ready to tick again once you put them in your cart, if that makes sense. Right now, we will go to the kitchen, and every week we have things that we always get. So we'll always have a can of beans, a can of tomatoes, we'll always get spaghetti, we'll always get 2 4-star mints. Like, there are always things that we will get. But today is actually a little bit different because we're gonna try and do this bulk meat pack from the butcher, which is $135. So we're gonna just try and plan everything around that. I think like we've already got potatoes, we've already got rice, and I'll get the fresh veggies and everything from the stands and then see what that leaves us with, because I'm really just obsessed with getting the most for the smallest amount of money. Like, imagine spending more money on groceries when you don't need to, you know? Anyway, we look through the fridge, we look through the cupboard, see what we need and go from there. So for our meals for the week, no matter what we've got going on, we have a non-negotiable Sunday night spag bowl. Rowan makes the best spaghetti, and that's just our Sunday night. So I'm gonna put in all the ingredients for that. I'm just gonna head to this variety pack photo that I took from the butcher and just kind of see what meals I can do with each of the things. It has a barbecue steak, diced blade, not sure what blade is, barbecue chops, chicken pieces, pork loin chops, and roasting beef. So I'm gonna put together some meals for those and then get the extra pieces to go with those meals from Aldi. I can just get bulk meat from the butcher. It's gonna be better quality. Like, yeah, it's slightly more expensive. I think it's like $11 per 500 grams, but it looks like it's gonna be better quality, because if we get 500 grams of steak from Aldi, like, that's gonna be more than $11, you know? So I'm just gonna go through and plan that. Depending on the chicken pieces, I'm imagining they're diced because it's pieces. Otherwise they would have said like chicken breast or something. So I was gonna do schnitties, but maybe I'll end up doing like a chicken curry or something with those. Pork loin chops, roast veggies and a salad, barbecue steak, roast veggies and a salad. I feel like that will just goes without saying. Or maybe I can do like homemade chippies with it. So we don't have a massive list today, but this is my Aldi list. Hopefully I can get them all from Aldi, but if not, then I just pop to Coles. Because these things will change. I'm the best damn thing that your eyes have ever seen. Don't wanna be an American idiot. Normally timing and time management is not my strong suit, but it is currently 9:45 and I just finished the grocery shop. I said to the butcher I'd be there around roughly 10. Perfect timing. 10-minute drive there. How good. Lately, I'm just arriving places on time, if not early, and my time management has been perfect. So honestly, I'm loving it. It just makes me feel so good. Got the fruit and veg, the wine, the meat, the groceries. Time to go home, unpack it all, and then start the prep. I kind of love days like this, but also I'm exhausted and it's not even 10:30 yet. I've got a long day. It's not a hard day, it's just so much cutting, so much prep, juicing, all the things. I do have a little bit of a time crunch. It's currently 10:21 and I have a pickup at 11 o'clock and it takes me 15 minutes to get there. So 25 minutes to pack everything away. I'm not going to prep anything just yet. This looks like it's in some sort of marinade. So I'm guessing that's one of the barbecue ones. Some of them are labeled, thank goodness. So we've got a kilo of diced steak, yum, lamb cutlets, 2 barbecue steaks, 2 lots of pork loin chops. I don't know if we want to do it in the barbecue or maybe even in the oven. Let the boys sniff this because this is going to keep them entertained for like 30 minutes. Both of the heads are in. Tail's going. Pork loin chops. And tomorrow night I'm like, And tomorrow night I'm thinking, no Ziggy. And tomorrow night I'm thinking the barbecue steak. So I'm going to keep these 2 in the fridge and pop the rest in the freezer. I've also got these banana things that I haven't used yet, but today we'll be blending them. I've just done my pickup, had some lunch. It's about 1 o'clock. So let's get into the prep. I have my little list here of everything that I want to prep today. So I want to make a bulk amount of roast veggies. I do potato, sweet potato and carrots. I want to do my lunch bowls, which is my lunch prep for the week. I want to make a dessert. I'm thinking lemon cheesecake. I also want to make the butter, the ice creams, and fresh orange juice. So let's see if we can get it all done. So I'm going to start with the roast veggies because they take the longest. So I'm just preheating the oven at 200 degrees. Also, if you have a large oven and you don't have a long oven tray, it's changed my life, honestly. This massive oven has changed my life. Probably my favorite thing in this whole house. It's currently 34 degrees today. The oven is on. I'm getting sweaty. It's the kitchen, but that's just what today is. And we're just gonna keep going. So the veggies are now in the oven for 40 minutes. I actually need to set a timer at 200 degrees Celsius. Now I think we'll do butter next. So if you've never made your own butter, here is your sign, because it is so easy. So the butter that we get at Aldi is $10. One of these is roughly $4. Pretty good money saver, and it's so easy. It is so easy. Let me show you. Also, you may see my kitchen getting gradually messier because obviously I'm using the kitchen. And honestly, not everything is always going to be picture perfect every time. So grab your mixer, even if you don't have a KitchenAid, just your regular stand mixer, or if you want, you can do it by hand. It might just take a little bit longer. Just grab a whisk or a whisk attachment. Between everything, just wash your hands. I feel like that just goes without saying. I might wipe out that bowl just because I haven't used it in a couple of days, and you never know if, I don't know, if some random bugs or something have walked through it. I just put a bit of water on paper towel. Just grab thickened cream. I use the Farmdale brand, and you just tip her in and then just turn it on medium speed for like 10 minutes. And you'll have butter. Also, if you saw me putting scraps into this little bag, I did show a couple of vlogs ago that I was like freezing scraps, but that bag is now full. So I collected some eggs from this person we know, and I was like, what do the chickens like to eat? Because I'm always in the kitchen. I've always got scraps. Like the next time I come to get eggs, I'll give the chickens some scraps. And she's like, yeah, absolutely. And so I don't really know what chickens eat. So I've got a bit of carrot and a bit of sweet potato. I've seen that they like spinach as well, and if we have any leftover spinach, I think I'll definitely put that in the bag as well. But this is the start of my little chicken scrap bag, just in case you were wondering what that bag was. Just tend to scrape down the sides at this point, just so it's all even and you don't have bits of whipped cream in your butter. And that literally took no time at all. Like I've cut up 3 oranges. So there you go, you've literally just made butter. And the milk at the bottom is called buttermilk. You can use that in pancakes, muffins. And so next you just grab a medium bowl, fill it with ice and water. And so all you want to do is just grab the butter and squeeze as much of the buttermilk out as you can. Oh, I always forget to take my rings off when I do this. And then once you think you've got it all out, just like dunk it in the really cold water and then squeeze again. And this basically just prevents it from going moldy too quickly. And there you go, you've literally just made butter for the week. The butter is now in its rightful home. This cute little butter dish, I just got it from the reject shop maybe a couple months ago. It's the cutest little butter dish. It's just got little chickens all over it. Wondering whether or not to make something with the buttermilk. If I finish all of these things, I might make something with this. This is 3 kilos of oranges peeled and ready to juice. I got the Baccarat juicer from Rowan for an early birthday present. Oh, that lighting. I just wish we had more really cheap fruit stands because we have a lot of veggie stands with like tomatoes, cucumbers, capsicum, everything like that, but not a lot of fruit stands with like apples and bananas. Can you tell how hot this kitchen is getting? I don't know if I'll have the patience to do the rest of it honestly, but let's keep going. And once I finish juicing, I just pop all my fresh juices in these bottles. I'm not sure how many this will do because oranges are quite a juicy fruit, so we'll see. Oh, that's the time of the veggies. Good does that look? Yum. I've just poured myself a glass of orange juice because there was some left over. This is what 3 kilos of oranges made, so very, very happy with that. Considering 7 apples made this much, very, very happy about the oranges. I'm gonna pop this one in the fridge. I'm gonna go take a break because it is getting really hot in this kitchen. I'm gonna go have some fresh orange juice. Pause for a break.